Go for it.
Okay, so we have to start out with our main message. Data can help me understand and explore the world around me. And we also had a beginning list of skills. What we did is we went through the new revised National Science Standards and also Taking Science to School, which is an NRC report. You can hold it up. You can show the report. And looked at what are the common messages and standards related to data exploration in schools, and figured we could use that as a starting point. So we have some additional messages that go along with this and that go along with these skills. When we looked at the reports, we also looked at the narrative we created about what visitors will do with the interactive. We were able to come up with some skills that we want visitors to be able to practice in the exhibition, and also their order. So we have that they'll observe data, that they'll describe a data set, they'll ask questions of the data, they'll describe the data set again, they will change and manipulate. Oh wait, I did that wrong. Alright, they're going to observe data, they're going to describe the data set, they're going to ask questions of the data, then they'll change and manipulate the data, then they'll describe it again, and then based on that description, use that data to compare and draw hypotheses. So we kind of created order around the skills. And the only skill that we added based on our research was change and manipulate how data are represented. That was a new skill that we didn't have before, that we found in our research to be really important. Then we also came up with the idea of doing a planning pyramid. And so at the bottom are the things we want all visitors to learn, so most important for all students. Then we have what we want most students to learn, well, in the case of visitors, what we want most visitors to learn, and then few, what some visitors may learn. And we pointed out that down here, the best things at the bottom are those that are concrete, the best things at the top are abstract. And we realized that for our main message, there's a precursor that everyone's going to need to be able to understand that data represents something else in the real world. So this data point represents me is one of the key ways that people are getting this idea that data represents something else in the real world in the HHL exhibit. Finally, when we recognized that that was something that was important, we figured out that what we need to do is scaffold. And so for some people, they're just going to know that going in. But for certain learners, younger learners, that was found to be a problem in formal education curriculum. Then it also might be a problem for learners with intellectual disabilities or particularly with autism or on the autism spectrum. And so what we need to do is scaffold and support visitors in figuring out that the data represents something in the real world. So possible scaffolds are that you see yourself in the data set, so that's what they're doing in HHL. They're saying, okay, this is you, so because you know that that's you, you get the fact that it represents something else. But then we may need to be even more concrete so that you see kind of physically or you sense some way a connection between what you measure and then you can see it actually being put into the data set in some way. And so that would be another way of getting this idea that what I measured here is now this data point over there. So now what we're going to do is going to go through all those skills, figure out what other supports and scaffolds are needed, figure out what messages correspond to them, and then for each of the different learners, figure out what they would do as they engage in the activity that would help them to get these messages and skills. Am I forgetting anything, Erica?
Sure not.
Okay, there you go.